Hi, I'm Keith Cooper of Northlight Images, and in this short video I'm going to have a quick look at using this adapter. This is an adapter for an EF mount lens to an RF mount camera, in this case the EOS R5. As you can see at the moment, the R5 has a 15 to 35mm lens on it. If I want to use a filter with that, that's great. I've just put a screw fit filter on the front and we're away. Works like any other filter. Problems come with when I want to use a filter with something like this tilt shift lens. Now, it happens that Canon make an adapter. You get one supplied, a basic one you normally get supplied for adapting your EF lenses to an RF mount camera, but this is a special one, and I'll show how it's got a filter inside it and what it can do. Here's the adapter, and it has a large enough aperture to easily allow for the shift of optics here. Here's the TS-E17 mounted on the R5. Problem with the TS-E17, one of my favourite lenses, well, not a problem for me because I don't use filters very often, but if you do, this front element sticking out like this is a big issue. It means you need huge great contraptions mounted on the front to put filters. It's cumbersome, it's not easy to use. I know some people have got the patience for it, I simply haven't. However, the adapter here is the Canon adapter, EF mount to RF mount, but this is the one that takes a filter inside it. The filter itself is a circular polarizer, and the filter just comes out. Now, you might want to get a plain glass filter as well as one of these, because without the filter in place you've got this hole which lets light in. So I push that back in, clicks in place. The circular polarizer itself is operated by the small wheel. This is geared so that it only takes a relatively small rotation of this wheel here to rotate the filter itself by, say, 90 degrees, and that's more than enough to show the effect of the polarizer. I take it out again, you see it just comes out. It does click in place, so it's not going to drop out. You can see the gearing. I'm now outside with the TS-E lens, and there we are. I've just shifting the lens upwards. This is a full 12mm of shift, so that you can see the sky. We're about some distance away from the sun here, but I'm rotating the filter so that you can see how the sky changes, but notice only part of the sky changes. This is a fairly standard issue with using a polarizer on very wide lenses. I've now moved the camera slightly. I'm shifting upwards again, the full 12mm. Look at how the sky changes and also the reflections in the windows down the bottom. There's quite a bit of change when you use a polarizer, but again, no change in some parts of the image. This is a still. This is taken with the R5 at De Montfort University, and I'll now show the version with the polarizer changed. As you can see, there's complete change in the sky and more particularly the reflection in the water. I'll just flip back again. As you can see, polarizers give you a lot of control over reflections. The windows change, for example. There's a lot of subtle changes when you use a polarizer. This still, also from the R5, is at one setting of the polarizer, and then I'll change the polarizer and do a different version. Slightly more polarizing effect in the sky. It's relatively even. Problem now is I've put it a bit too far, and that's just a bit too strong effect in the sky there. These shots are handheld, by the way. So there we have it, using a polarizing filter on a tilt shift lens, and the nice thing is that even at full tilt it works exactly as a polarizer would. So you don't need a huge great contraption mounted on front of the lens. You can just use a filter at the back here. There are other drop-in filters available, and as I said earlier, it's probably advisable to get the clear glass filter as well, for if you take it out, if you don't need the filter, to save swapping lenses about. But it's always been difficult to use filters with lenses like this, particularly the one with the bulge here. So a welcome addition, and it's nice to know that my tilt shift lenses work absolutely perfectly on the R5. There are plenty of articles on the Northlight Images site I'm writing up, and there'll be other videos connected with using and testing the R5. I'm particularly interested in using it with tilt shift lenses, since these are what I use for an awful lot of my architectural work. So do visit the site, because there's lots more photos, and obviously they're far higher resolution and better color rendition than I can manage on a video like this. So thanks again. Bye.